About my morning skincare routine. In today's video, I'm sharing with you products that I incorporate in my morning routine. I usually keep it simple in the morning, but go with more products during the night, only because I want to ensure that the makeup products I use during the day are completely clean and removed, and that all the gunk is removed, and keep my face and all skin feeling very healthy. So for the first product, I'm using Peter Thomas Roth Irish Moor Mud Purifying Black Mask, and this mask is used on normal, oily combination and dry skin. The purpose of it is to help minimize the look of pores, fine lines, wrinkles, and leave the skin looking pure, fresh, hydrated, and radiant throughout the day. And it also takes care of the dullness of the skin, and that is the main reason why I use it in the morning. So when I use the mask, I leave it on for about 10 minutes and I clean it off using like a damp cloth, or I wash it off and then use a makeup remover cleansing wipes to wipe it off, or most of the times I just take a paper towel and just wipe it off. And what I basically do after that is follow it with my cleanser. I either use Peter Thomas Roth gel cleanser or Murad cleanser or Peter Thomas Roth acne cleanser. So those are the products that I use along with this mask. So the next product that I use is Murad clarifying cleanser. This cleanser is formulated for addressing issues with pores clogging, cream, oil, and irritants. It also delivers time-release acne medication that remains active for hours even after rinsing. So that's what I liked about it. So I have my face clean. I go in with Peter Thomas Roth Max Complexion Correction Pads. And those pads are formulated to cleanse the skin, clear up blackheads, refine your pores, reduce appearance of fine lines. It is a very good product. I use it every morning and night, to be clear. It has an active ingredient in it that addresses issue of blemishes, and it also eliminates blackheads like I mentioned earlier. It delivers a proven anti-aging benefits that help reduce the appearance of wrinkles. After my skin is properly clean, I take my Sunny Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme water cream, and this product is used on normal, combination, dry, and sensitive skin. And the solution, or what it does, is it is used for dark spots, dryness, fine lines, and wrinkle as well. It is an advanced brightening and refining treatment infused into next generation water cream. It looks like it's creamy, but when you start applying it on the face, it feels like water and it melts away. I love that feeling of it. And it is a really great, brightening cream, and I have used it, as you see there. When I open the cup, I have used it and almost done. I need to restock. It is a little bit pricey, but it is a great product that I can definitely recommend to you guys. Begin the eye look for the day. I'm using Tarteist Pro Amazona Clay Palette. The first shade I'm using is Whimsy, followed by Etchy. I use a little bit of Punk in my outer V area, and I use Trendy. I also went ahead and used Ethereal in my brow bone. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about the palette. It has 16 matte shades with 4 duochrome shades. And the packaging is very great. It is beautiful. And it also has a lash mirror on it. That's really good for traveling. Not sure if I'm the only person that observed this, but I feel like some of the shades in this Amazona Pro palette is similar to the Tartelette Amazona Clay palette. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I feel. Like Fierce and Wanderer and Best Friend and Bold. It seems to be the same, even though it's just a little bit off. But I also noticed that Power Play and Pro Fresh and also Indie are a little bit similar. Maybe you can check that up and do the comparison as well. Follow that shade with Edgy, and I'm taking a nether blending brush, which is tapered. I'm taking a tapered blending brush because I don't want my shadow to spread out. I want to apply in a particular direction and in a particular place. So I decided to take that tapered blending brush. So if you use a wider blending brush, it spreads or distribute more products. But if you use a taper one, it distributes the product into a particular area. And so that's what I'm doing now. And I'm just blending that again in my crease area, making sure that it is not all over, my crease area or my upper lid. What I also like about this Pro palette is that it has, I would say, about 5 shades that you could use as a transition shade. So it just has a majority, a good range of transition shades and other shades to create your look. So I like that about the palette, and I just wanted to mention that. So now I'm going in with Edgy, and I'm blending that in my crease area as well. The shadows are very buttery, they blend easily, and they smell really good too. I love the scent. It reminds me of the collaboration that Tarte did with Makeup Sheila. The palette smells similar to that. Okay, so I'm going back in with my blending brush from Carity again without any product on there, and I'm just blending those areas, the shadows that I had earlier laid down. I blended them to have a seamless look in there. Here, some people mention here on YouTube that the palette, the shades are not pigmented. I think the shades are pigmented, but it depends on your skin type. It depends on your complexion, because I swatched the very, very light shade, which is Classic and Vintage in the palette, and it is very pigmented. But when I swatched Mode, it was less pigmented than the other two. So I believe it just has to do with your skin type, with your complexion. So leave a comment down below if you would like for me to do swatch of this palette of the shades. I'll be willing to do that, but I'll just continue on to the tutorial. On my lid, I blend in the shade Punk, and I'm just going ahead and using a shaded brush. Then I took the blending brush again from Carity, and I'm going back in my crease area, ensuring that those shades are tied together seamlessly. Next shade that I'm using is Trendy, and I'm using my finger to apply that shade. It is a duochrome shade, very beautiful. To amplify the shade, I went ahead and used my Cosmetics Silver Sandwiches in Extra Dimension eyeshadow. This shadow can be used wet or dry, but I did not wet it. I used my finger so that I have more pigmentation on there, and I like the way it is popping up in the middle there, because I'm creating a halo eye look. Basically, a halo eye look is to have the corners of your shade stacking in the middle of it lighter, and so, or more shinier than the other shades, and so that's what it is. Now I'm just going back in there with the same blending brush that I used earlier in my crease, and I'm going ahead and blending those shades together so that it ties in. Now the shade that I'm using is my tear dot is ethereal. I used that in my tear dot, and I also used that on my brow bone. And the eyeliner that I'm using is from NYC. It's the liquid eyeliner, and I'm just using that to create my wing line. As you see on there, there are fallouts from the extra dimension shade, but other than that, I like the way they look turned up, and I hope you did like it too. I'm using my Maybelline Great Mascara in Blackest Black, and that's what I just applied. And I am going under my eyelid with the shades that I use on the top, and I also use an eyeshadow. And I also use an eye pencil to darken my waterline. With my Cosmetics Time Check Lotion, I'm just moisturizing my face, and now I'm going in with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, I should say. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, using a beauty blender from Real Technique to blend that in. You see how dewy it looks. I love that. And I'm just going to blend it in and follow that with my contour regimen. Now that I've blended out the foundation, I'm going on to contouring, and I'm using my Baby Elegant Pro Concealer, and I'm using the shade Creamy Beige, and I am going to follow that with Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I'm taking a dark shade that's in a contour kit, and the kit is the medium dark shade or contour kit. And I'm just using a beauty blender, the same beauty blender that I had used earlier to blend out my foundation is what I'm using to blend out the contour. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder, and I'm just setting my face with that and brushing it off. I'm going to follow with my blush, and I have Modern Mandarin from MAC Cosmetics. That's what I'm using as a blush today. And the highlight I'm using is MAC Cosmetics Global Glow. And I took that and highlighted my tear dot, and then I also use it as a highlighter. My lip recipe, I have Absolutely 8 MAC pencil from MAC Cosmetics. And the lipstick that I'm using today is NYX. I think the name is Truffle. And that's how it looks. And I'm just putting that on my lip. And guys, that is the finished look. I am so glad that you stay on here with me. And we did the morning routine and also the makeup tutorial. So I really do appreciate your time spent here with me, and I hope you have